As the brain and its cognitive paradigms tend to settle at the lowest denominator, or a place of ease, we must make every effort to be fierce. Fiercely enter the flower. I mean by this walking on the edge, walking with fire, walking with a sharp spear into our future, walking with desperation, being awake with alarm. Although we navigate this alarm with peace, we must find a way to work with these two principles. As far as entering the flower, I am referring to something I talked about in another video, where I said the thing is inside the thing. We cannot merely be aware, by knowledge, of the goodness of God, we must enter it. The thing is inside the thing. We enter it by believing it, by seeing it, with our inner mind or faith, and by feeling it. This is how the goodness will enter into the natural dimension, on top of our head as it were. We do this fiercely, with a sharp blade as it were. A great enemy of our destiny is the stupor of lazy assumption. We can't just casually assume God will take care of us. We must fiercely enter the flower. Fiercely enter, and then, let our mind be at peace. Forget all the things we tend to think of. Forget the past. Our minds will say it is illogical to forget the past. But let us think entirely new, a new cognitive paradigm, let us walk the narrow path of newness, ever newness. At least some things, we may remember, our childhood and so on, but let it live on the side of the mind, not the center space. And newness is also a thing which has a thing inside, which is to say we must enter it, and our thoughts or memories of the past, especially the bad memories, pull us out of newness. And remember, the help from heaven follows the path made by our eyes, that is what we look at with beholding. So David says, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from where comes my help? My help comes from the Lord. You can change your life by looking. Lift up your eyes. Look into the light of the Lord. See possibilities. Enter the flower of possibilities. Enter fiercely. And on a different note, remember the Lord. I woke up in the middle of the night and beheld the Lord Jesus by faith. I wondered if he was asking something like, with whom do you spend the night? I suppose it was a rhetorical question. In one sense the night, here, may be a place of mysteries, a place of the seed, the place of beginnings of things. With whom do we spend it? In another sense, perhaps more properly, the night is the place of hiddenness, where we must be on the lookout for the divine groom who walks at night in the secret garden, hoping his bride would see him. With whom do you spend the night? In the vast eons of time, our life on earth, in this fallen state, is so brief and short, in a sort of night of darkness. With whom do you spend the night?